Okay, so we're happy today to have Akari with us. How's it going?
Amazing.
Are you being honest with that?
Maybe not.
Okay, so you're now coming towards the end of your time with us at phuketpals.
Yeah.
What's your reflections on your time here?
I had a lot of fun. I think it was a good experience for me. It made me more independent. It made me think about my choices and what tests I need to take in order to go into university.
Okay, and what are you thinking of doing in the future?
I think I'm going to med school and majoring in dentistry.
Oh wow, is that something you've always been interested in? Or?
I've always been interested in the medical side of learning, and so I think dentistry is a good path for myself.
Okay. And when let's say you go down that path, would you want to work in a private practice or in a hospital or have your own business or what?
I don't mind, but a future business and my own clinic is a dream I have.
Okay, and where would you like to do that? In Phuket or somewhere else?
I think in Phuket.
Okay, why is that?
Because it's my hometown.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Phuket is one of those places that very quickly it does start to feel quite like home. I wasn't born here, but I've been here for quite a while, and I don't really think I'd like to live anywhere else.
Yeah, it's a really good place.
Why do you think that is?
The community, the people here, I think they're very kind, and they're very welcoming, and that's something that I really like about Phuket.
Okay, and with your time here at phuketpals, which of your subjects have you enjoyed the most?
Definitely English and math. English, I think I've improved on. Like I actually think a lot harder. Critical thinking skills have improved. Yeah, and math. I've always enjoyed math, and phuketpals just made me enjoy that. Like realize I enjoy math more.
Okay. When you say, I hear a lot of students throwing about this statement of my critical thinking skills have improved. What does that mean?
It means that when I read a text, I understand what's going on, I understand how to answer it, and I understand what parts and in which way it flows, the answer should flow. Okay.
So, with English itself, what parts of that do you enjoy the most? What aspects of learning English?
The aspects that you could be creative, there's no right or wrong answer, and that it really depends on how you feel, how the reader feels, and how the writer feels, especially when you're writing paragraphs and essays.
Okay. Now it's interesting the way you say you like studying English when there's no right or wrong answer.
Yeah.
Earlier we were looking at that philosophy book.
Yeah.
And you said that you don't like philosophy. Well, philosophy is all about the exploration of the unknown.
Yeah.
So why don't you like that?
I think it's scary because it just all depends on the person, and I really don't like that. I like having immediate answers because I'm very impatient. So being philosophical, and it's not my type of style.
Okay. I think philosophy is very useful actually for people in general. Like if you think about science, science wouldn't be where it is today if it wasn't for philosophy. Philosophy came first. In Ireland, where I'm from, kids actually learn basic philosophy in primary school.
Oh.
And that continues on. Also in Germany as well, kids in high school in Germany do philosophy, and many other places as well. I'm actually thinking about bringing in a basic module of philosophy here, which I would probably have to teach in the end. But do you not think you would be kind of curious of what that might be like?
I don't know. I think I'm very scared and I'm very scared of it. I think it's a very scary subject for me because I don't know. I think it's very broad. So yeah.
Yeah, it's extremely broad. But I think people are more afraid of philosophy usually because they don't really know what it is.
Yeah, maybe.
And one of the most difficult questions kind of in philosophy is, what is philosophy? You could talk for weeks about that. But I think if you got over that initial apprehension about philosophy and kind of dug your teeth into it and started exploring a bit more, you might get something from it.
Maybe I should look into it.
Maybe not. Okay, do you have any questions for me at this stage?
How do you enjoy teaching?
Do I enjoy it? Yeah. Well, I've been teaching since 2004. So I've been teaching for 15, 16 years now. And I've a very, very broad experience of teaching. Excuse me. I kind of specialise in exam preparation, mainly things like IELTS, SAT English, IGCSE English as a first language and second language. I also enjoy teaching literature, English literature, I also enjoy like kind of close reading. So getting kids to engage with short paragraphs that are quite difficult, and then dissecting those together and just extracting all the goodness from them. Because I often find with close reading that students look at a paragraph, or especially in GED and like in social studies and stuff, and they get the fear and they go, I can't do that. But when they read closely and carefully, they suddenly, this light flicks on, and suddenly they realise, actually I know more than I think. That's quite a nice feeling. So yeah, I do enjoy teaching. I do enjoy the kind of passing on, not so much of knowledge. I enjoy the passing on of, this is how you can access knowledge. I enjoy pointing kids in the right direction of books, of websites, which they can then learn from. It's just like that, that quote you've probably heard before, that a teacher's job shouldn't be to pour knowledge into people, it should be to open doors and allow people to find their own way. It reminds me of in high school, we studied Charles Dickens' novel Hard Times. And in there was the school teacher was called Mr. Gradgrind. And Mr. Gradgrind was your archetypal Victorian teacher. So he wanted to, he talked about filling his empty vessels. So he saw his students as jars, which he just poured information into. And he also said that facts alone are all that are needed in life. And I couldn't, kind of contrast more than with him as a teacher. I want the classroom to be more student-centered. I want students to have their own opinion. I want students to teach me something as well, and not to be this kind of teacher-centered dictatorship, let's call it. So yeah, I do enjoy teaching, if that answers your question.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, I don't really have anything else to add.
That's about it. Okay, well thanks for your time.
Thank you.
And yeah, good luck for the future.
You too.
Thank you.